Uh, Good morning, everyone. My name is Bapu. I am the host for today's session. And today we are on the 10th day of our gut reset phase, right? And yesterday we had a wonderful session, learned about harnessing the power of mindful eating. And today what we are going to do is we'll be recapping all the 9 days, what we have learned, right? And also we are preparing for the next phase from tomorrow onwards. So we'll be getting more information in the groups from your dietitian and also your health buddies. And before I invite our main speaker, I would like to invite Dr. Sham sir. So give your insight and also introduce Dr. Paldi ma'am. Dr. Sham, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Bapu. Great seeing you, all of you here. 10th day, hooray! I think you all did it. I mean, that 10th day, the critical phase of the gut reset phase, so important for us for our future journey. So today, I just want to give you a brief summary of our 10-day discussion on gut health. But before I start on that, I just want to introduce our next speaker, Dr. Palani. Dr. Palani has been with the AMA for the last few years, and she is an MBBS MD with tremendous years of experience in multiple domains of diseases. She has done her master's, her MD in pharmacology. She has done almost 300 clinical trials in the area of dietary supplements. So we are very excited to have her here, to have her as our guest speaker here today. So, and she has been the I would say the pioneer in developing and designing this particular program with a number of cross-functional team at Amway. So I'm particularly thrilled to have her here. But before Dr. Palani starts, I just want to summarize something what I had done in the last 10 days, right? So we started by defining a healthy microbiome as one that is stable and beneficial for our overall well-being. We observed that the prebiotics most effectively enhance gut health, followed by dietary changes and then probiotics. We also closely examined the artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, noting their potential impact on bodily functions. Now, looking at the long term, we also acknowledge that consistent, comprehensive programs are more beneficial than the quick fixes that shows immediate result. Like how we discussed the Daching study, which underscored the impact of sustained lifestyle changes. Right? We recognize the extensive influence of gut health, covering quite a few aspects from nutrient absorption to immunity and the gut-brain connection. In our sessions, we also highlighted the importance of preventing leaky gut and the extensive impact of the gut on organ health. We also then revisit the insights of China study in the context of plant-based diets and disease prevention, and finally ended with the newer concept of the postbiotic only yesterday. Right, this is growing in importance in our health field. So in the end, our discussion over these 10 days have confirmed that our daily choices significantly shape our health and future. So congratulations to you for completing the 10-day gut reset, and this will be the key to success of your journey ahead. So thank you for this engaging journey into gut health. So without much ado, let me invite Dr. Palani to the stage. Dr. Palani, the stage is yours.
Sure. Thank you so much, Dr. Sham, for that wonderful introduction and recapping the snippets, what you had given. All of us really look forward to the snippets, what you used to share all the days in the morning. So very good morning, everyone. And so nice to see how you have come out in this amazing journey, gut reset phase. What could have been a better morning for a physician like me, interacting with you, talking to you, sharing some of the health and wellness tips to you. This is a very important milestone. Having completed 9 days of gut reset phase, today we are all on the 10th day of the gut reset phase. And most of us would have appreciated one or the other changes in us, right? We all have been doing something, some of the health and wellness tips and tricks. But these 9 days, we all have been doing consciously. We all have been doing why we are doing this. We all have been getting some knowledge sessions, some important informations from the experts, right? So why do we have this 10th day today? Why do we have this recap? Recap is a reiteration or summarizing what we have done for the last few days. Just imagine when we were young, we used to listen to some songs, some national anthem, poems, some things we used to again and again remember. Those things used to register in our mind, and we always used to remember it for our lifetime, isn't it? Some of the things what we have done repeatedly, what we think repeatedly, we tend to remember. And this recap we are doing for a reason that this journey, healthy weight and healthy living, it is not going to be limited only for 100 days. This journey, what we have planned, it is going to stay with all of us for the rest of our life. We have invested in quite a lot of things, but believe me, friends, what we have invested and what we are going to invest in our health, that will be the best investment that we can do it for ourselves. Isn't it? I'm sure all of you will agree with me. So let me take you all to the highlights of this gut reset phase. Bapu, just let me know if my screen is visible.
Sure.
Is it up?
No, not yet, ma'am.
How about now?
Yeah, it's up now.
Right. Okay. So we have been discussing and we have been listening to the experts who have given us a lot of knowledge in the last 9 days. If we bucket them up into 3 main categories, we could see that the gut is the foundation of our health. This was the first thing that we had looked into, and we have actually learned from the whole lot of sessions that we have heard. Be it our immunity, which is very important, be it our mental health, be it our physical health, the first and the foremost thing, which is very, very important for us, it is the gut health. Have you ever wondered why this 10 days exclusively we are keeping it for the gut health? Because while we start with the intensive phase tomorrow for the healthy weight, it is very important how we actually prepare our body for this healthy weight. It becomes very important how we focus on our gut health, how we reset our gut. And you must be wondering, this complete 10 days we have given it for the gut reset, because that is the importance what the gut has got in our whole body. The food we eat, the absorption, assimilation, transportation to each and every cell, the energy which is required for the cell, everything is dependent on the gut. Gut is the largest organ, and you know that how the brain sends signals to the gut also sends signals back to the brain. So gut is also called as the second brain, right? So all of you know this very well. It is very important for us to take care of our gut, and this is the first thing. It is said that for a journey of 1,000 miles, the first step is, which is very, very important. So the first step, the gut reset phase, this is going to be the game changer. This is going to be the differentiator for you. There are so many programs which are there in the market for the healthy weight. If you look at, if you Google it, you get to see so many programs. What is that program which you should take? You would be in a fix, like, there are so many programs, but which is scientifically backed? This program, what is designed, it is backed up by science. NDPP, National Diabetes Prevention Program, which ran program for 15 years. In 40,000 people, what they have evaluated, right? So those are the scientific things that we have got to see that, yes, this is validated, this is being evaluated in the people, and this works, right? So the next bucket, if you look at, it is a focus on the gut microbiome. We have read that, we have learned in this 9 days, there are trillions of microbiomes in our gut. This is much more than the number of cells in our body. Amazing, right? So while we look at what are the healthy food that we should eat, we should also look at what are the healthy things, healthy lifestyle, healthy activities, healthy food that we are going to give it to the gut microbiome so that they flourish and they take care of our health, isn't it? It becomes very important. And the third thing, why we are doing all of this? We are doing all of this to condition our gut for a right kind of an absorption, for a healthy gut. And the main focus in this program is healthy weight. And beyond healthy weight, we are looking for an overall, the comprehensive, the holistic health of our body. And now you must have got the essence. When we're looking at healthy weight, it is just not limited to only healthy weight. It is just not limited to this 100 days, but we are aiming and we are focusing at a complete health. So all of you are assured that why we have this gut reset phase, right? Let's look at what we learned in a nutshell in the last 9 days, right? So the first day we learned, listen to your gut. The gut keeps talking to us. Have we ever listened to our gut? Have we seen that, what signals our gut is giving to us? The gut may be saying like, I'm happy. Have you ever seen that, what the gut is telling us when we eat some of the healthy foods, like, high in fiber, low in carbohydrates, less in oil, good fatty acids when we eat. So when our body is telling something like, I'm happy, we should get the signal. At times, our gut is telling us, I'm not happy. I'm feeling bloated. There is gaseousness. There is a burning sensation, right? There is like, irregular bowel habits. Those are some of the unhealthy things. And these unhealthy things could be due to so many things. The faulty, erratic eating habits, the untimely eating habits, high carbohydrate foods, which causes inflammation repeatedly for chronic time. You go on eating unhealthy foods, processed foods. We always tend to look at like, what looks tasty, what looks like, vibrant, what looks actually easily that we can prepare. No, it is time that we consciously look into what is good for our health. And it's just not listening and forgetting. It is, we have to answer. If our gut is saying that, hey boss, I'm not feeling good, then it's for us to actually realize and do what is important for the gut. Nurture your health, nurture your gut. So the second day, we wanted to answer what the signals were sent by our gut. We thought of and we learned how to nourish our gut. We learned about what are the nutrient-dense foods versus calorie-dense foods, right? So the ones like, which had only junks, the calorie-dense foods versus the nutrient-dense foods, like, fully loaded with healthy foods. We learned about differences between complex carbohydrates, rich in fibers, and about the simple carbohydrates, which could spike our blood sugar levels, right? We learned about macro, micronutrients, and how we should actually plan our healthy plate, right? We also learned about how hydration is very important, right? So when we are sitting at a place, it's not somebody has to, tell us, when you're really feeling thirsty and you want to take a sip of water, that is the time that you're already, your body started in the phase of dehydration. So don't wait until dehydration. Whenever you are in a session, always in a program, in a work, whatever you're doing, always take a sip of water. And this continuously, it hydrates our body. Taking water, it is very, very important. And we also learned that what all the kinds of liquids that we should avoid. Let it be alcohol, some of the aerated drinks, high calorie drinks. We had given you an idea, like one serving of a aerated drink, like a soda, like a sugar rich aerated drink, it gives you 10 to 12 spoons of sugar. So we actually when we look at the data, when we look at what exactly the food contains, we should be always sensitive about what is there in the food, what are the kinds of colorants, what are the type of preservatives which are there, how it is processed, what is the oil content, like whether it is good for me, whether it is calorie dense, whether it is nutrient dense. So all of those ideas we have been discussing in the Nourish Your Gut, the day 2. Then at the third day, we discussed about how to keep our gut in motion, right? It is when we sit at one place, it is said that couch potato, when we sit at one place, there is our BMR gets down. We have to keep on moving. And just the way how physical activity and exercise is very, very important for us, our gut also should be in a right motion. So on the day 3, we learned about what are the physical activities, what are the asanas, how do we stretch our body, and how does our gut gets stretched, how does our body and the gut get stimulated, how our digestion improves, right? How this stimulates when our gut is in a sluggish mode, how we can actually improve. We have seen the animals, we have learned quite a lot from the nature. When we look at cow pose, cobra pose, how the dogs and the cat, when as soon as they get up, how they stretch their body. So we have learned the correlation, and whatever we see in the nature, it is, we can imbibe the good qualities, the healthy habits from anything that we observe. All of us, we have been doing some of the things, because health tip is something which anybody and everybody gives to it. But it is very important for us, which are the ones that we should inculcate, which are the ones which are backed up by science, and which are the ones that we have to actually take it forward. If we look at the contents that which is discussed with you by the experts, there is a lot of time which has gone into collecting these contents, which are backed up by science, which are published in some of the literatures, which are scientifically validated. And these are the ones we try to actually get you in the form of capsules. So we would request you, when you actually hear and listen to this knowledge sharing sessions in the morning, kindly make a note of it and reiterate, recap it, and again, try to change whatever possible from your lifestyle. Then on the 4th day, we learned about embrace the power of the fibers. So Dr. Shyam, very clearly, he mentioned about how fiber-rich food, it is very important. How we can actually give the healthy foods to our gut microbiome, right? So while we look at how to nourish our body, our gut microbiome needs to be nourished in the right way. When we give some of the processed foods, junk foods, the gut microbiomes, they go into gut inflammation, and there is a healthy gut. That is where we look at quite a lot of imbalances in the gut. And that is how they send signals faulty signals, the bloating, the gaseousness, the irregular bowel habits. So giving the gut the right kind of food, it'll thank you. It'll be happy and it'll thank you. And it'll really do a great job in actually giving the right kind of nutrients throughout our body, right? So it is the prebiotic, which is the fibers. And also we discussed about the probiotic. They are the ones which nourishes directly the gut microbiome. So these embrace the power of fiber with the prebiotic as well as probiotics we learned on the day 4. And then on the day 5, it was to ensure healthy lifestyle for a healthy gut. It is very important for us. It's just not the diet and the supplements that is very important. There are so many other factors in life. The healthy lifestyles, how you sleep. You have to have an adequate sleep of 8 hours. in this erratic lifestyle, we tend to actually go to sleep late in the night. We tend to get up late in the morning. We actually forget about the sleep pattern, the stress, what is there in most of the people, we don't plan the things well, and we get stressed. The stress, sleep, there all these emotions definitely helps. Definitely it helps us to actually think, why are we having this stress, why are we having sleep abnormalities, and it is important for us to correct it. There are meditation classes in the evening. These meditation sessions, it gives us how to calm our body. When we calm our body, when we calm our mind, our gut also relaxes, and there is a better absorption, better assimilation. So it is important for us to actually look at what are the healthy habits, and all of us should follow the healthy habits. Next, we learned about the rewards of a plant-based diet. So in this 9 days, we have been telling you not to eat this, not to eat that. These are the foods to eat, and this is a plan forward, we have to look at. But I would also say that plant-based foods, they have really taken care of the gut. And I would also there is another topic for debate. When you ask me, even the animal-based foods can be cooked in a more healthier way, and the plant-based food can be cooked in a more unhealthier way. So that there are debates going on, but it is important for us how we look at a plant-based foods to be consumed, and what are the important facts about a plant-based foods that we have to take it forward. Then on the day 7, we learned about the ancient wisdom. Ancient wisdom, if we look at the whole grains, which is loaded with full of nutrients, high fiber rich food, what our grandpas, they used to advise us, what our parents used to tell us, the seasonal fruits, the seasonal vegetables, the grains, which is actually harvested. So these all are very, very important. And also some of the ancient, it's just not on the diet, but also some of the activities what we used to do, right? What are the activities in terms of getting up in the morning, the defecation habits, in the morning, like sitting in front of the people, in the nature, with the family, spending time with the family, the relaxation, the stress that we used to reduce. So all those things, how it was very important, the ancient wisdom, right? So it is in this fast changing era, it may not be possible for us to do all those what our dadimas and our parents used to do. But as far as possible, whatever few little things that we can actually take it from there, it will be definitely helpful for a healthy weight and a healthy living journey. Then about mindful eating. This mindful eating is one of the most pivotal. I was mentioning about the NDPP program, and in the NDPP program, the one of the very important component was on the behavioral health, the behavioral changes what the people did among the two groups. In the group where the people, they had a behavioral change, right? They are the ones who demonstrated better results. That means in a journey of healthy weight or healthy living, the most important thing is consistency, right? January 1, some of us used to hit the gym. We used to feel that I'm going to do this consistently. But if there was no consistency, that is the important, actually, pivotal in the failure of our thing. So the mind, the behavior, the lifestyle, this is very, very pivotal in a journey, what we have taken up like this. So some of the small little things, if you're eating, sit with the family, spend time, relish each and every bite that we take. What is the color of the food? What is the texture? How does it break? What is the taste? What is the aroma? Right? So all those things is very, very important. If you sit in front of the TV while, we have seen there is a trend among the people in flipping the mobile and eating. You don't even know what you're eating. What is the quantity you are eating? There are some of the things in mindful eating we learned. It is just not the quantity. it is the quality, as well as the time when you eat also becomes very, very important. It is said that our body, our physiology, it is actually like, it is very much in line with the diurnal changes, the days of the day. Like, how the sun rises, from the sun rises to sunset, we have the time for eating. Post sunset, our body tends to go in a little sluggish way. Whatever we eat, that doesn't get metabolized and it is not assimilates very well in our body. So we have to understand what are the important aspects, why, when, where, what to do, what to eat. So all this becomes very important, and we have learned in the mindful eating on the day 8. On the day 9, we learned about how to actually make our plates more colorful, right? It is just not the fiber, micronutrients and macronutrients, but there are phytonutrients, the color pigment, which is there in most of the vegetables and fruits, which really protects our body, which gives us the antioxidant, anti-inflammatory property, which protects us. These pigments in the plants and fruits and vegetables, they're found to be protective in nature, and just like how it protects them, it protects us. So these were the 9 days in a nutshell, like, what we learned in the last 9 days. And from there, let's look at what are the best practices we can take from there. So how we have been discussing, nourish your gut and body. There is a healthy plate which was discussed with you on the day -1 and day 1, saying that how you should distribute the carbohydrates, the proteins, right? The micronutrients, the vegetables and fruits, how you should include the good fats in our food, right? Then how mindful we should be in our eating habits. We have been discussing not to sit in front of the TV, not to play mobile. Do eating as your only one activity, right? When you do eating and when you give importance to eating as only one habit, one activity, then our gut also absorbs in its 100% and takes care of our body. Then how to monitor your progress. By now, I'm sure many of you would have started appreciating, finding a change in you. Oh, I'm really feeling light. I'm really feeling nice. I'm really feeling healthy. I started appreciating the food. I have started feeling a good appetite. I'm feeling hungry. So these are some of the personal changes, subjective. While your health coach, they will definitely tell you what are the kinds of assessments in terms of in your body parameter that you should be doing at regular intervals, which I'm sure which you will be following it. And next one, while we complete this first 10 days of gut reset, exclusive gut reset phase, now from tomorrow, you'll be starting with the intensive phase. So get ready both physically, mentally, and as well as with your gut. Now, coming to what are the healthy cooking habits? Why are we discussing healthy cooking habits? Because healthy cooking is a fundamental component of this journey towards better health. When we are looking at a healthy cooking methods, we are preserving the nutritional value. Look at there are so many small tips. When we cut vegetables, we have to see that, we have to wash it as a whole and then cook it instead of cutting the vegetables and putting it in water. There are some of the water-soluble vitamins and minerals which gets leached into the water. So our wash basin gets more of vitamins and nutrients. So let us look at how we can preserve. There are times we use a lot of water, cook the vegetables and the whatever the grains, and we drain the water once again. We are losing at the nutritional values. So we should do a conscious and a mindful way of cooking. Some of these tips, right? We should look at how we can preserve it. Then other benefits could be better control over the total energy, fat, sugar content. When we are adding fats, when we're adding sugar, salt, let us look at are we doing the right kind of a combination? When we look at cooking our food, let us look at how we can increase the protein levels, how we can increase the vegetables and fruits in our cooking, and how we can reduce the carbohydrate levels. How we can look at, ensuring as much close to possible the healthy plate that we have been discussing from the ICMR. while we eat anything, the taste is a very, very important thing, because our tongue, right from the first stage where we start eating, we have to actually like the food and eat. We have to relish the food we have to eat, right? So the taste becomes very, very important factor. And increase one's own cooking knowledge. There are various recipes that you have been sharing with each other. The way you will be doing, you will be sharing with each other. There are various food recipes, healthy food recipes that your nutritionist will be helping you. So you increase your cooking knowledge, and that is one of the skill, I would say, to take care of your body and health. Then about the mindfulness, we have been discussing, and what could be the better diet quality that we can have with all of this. Okay, so now coming to a poll that we had done, where we asked the people what are the barriers to get to the right nutrition from the food we take. Can you guess what are the answers we have got? I'm sure a lot of you may be getting answers close to this. The type of cookware, the use of excessive oil, the nutrients lost in cooking. Can you imagine? We got all these answers for a reason, that the cookware, which is very, very important for us. Did you know that, whatever vessels we cook, there is an interaction between the metals in the vessel and the food that is there. If we use food that are acidic in nature with lot of tamarind, lot of lemon. Did you know that when we cook in an aluminum vessel, the aluminum tends to actually leach into the food, interact with the food, right? There are actually vessels in the market, if you look at, which are coated, kind of So when we are actually making a chance of buying that cookware, we should see whether the coating which is there in the vessels, non-stick vessels, whether this is interacting with the food, whether those coating is getting released into the food, which is causing harm to the body, right? Then use of excessive oil. When we cook, we have to use either oil or water, because they are the media for cooking. So we should look at using excessive water. We drain the water, so it should not be the case. We should use adequate amount of water. And while we are using excessive oil, we should look at whether it is a nutrient dense or a calorie dense, and how we can actually consciously make a choice of low oil cooking. And of course, the nutrient lost in cooking, we should be very careful, how we were discussing. Now, coming to my last slide on the ambiguine, all of us know that we have been looking in the last two slides about the healthy way of cooking, and how we can actually reduce the interactions between the vessel and the food which is there, and how we can minimize the oil in the food. So here we go. We have ambiguine. It has come with a Vitalock technology, actually, which locks the nutrients, and also it takes care of the moisture in the food and retains the nutrients. So this is where I'm sure you'll get a lot of insights on the recipes, the food which is cooked, and lot of insights on how we can take care, how we can do a healthy cooking by at the same time with the reduction in the oil and with the moisture, and by preventing the interactions between the vessel and the food. So thank you everybody for your patiently hearing. And once again, I would like to reiterate, this is just not limited to the 100 days, but all this healthy knowledge, what we are learning and what we are applying, it is for our lifelong journey, and have a healthy weight and healthy living. Thank you so much. Over to you, Bapu.
Thank you, Dr. Palnim, ma'am. So wonderfully explained, and what we have done these last 9 days. Yeah, and how we have to prepare for the next phase, right? So before we start the actual exercise session, so let's start some pre-workouts, okay, which I'll be doing it. Maybe you all can just follow, right? So some basics. I mean, if you have any issue with your neck or something, I mean, if you are not comfortable, you can ignore. Yeah, yeah. So let's do the neck rotation first to start with. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And reverse it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now half rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do it slowly. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, Mel, we just started doing some pre-workouts before you come in. Yeah. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Bapu. Thank you so much. Great. Welcome everyone. A very warm welcome to today's session. As you all know, today is gonna be the last day for our gut reset. So as you know, it's not that we will not talk a lot about gut reset in the coming days, but yes, we'll move a slight level up. So let's have a quick recap of all the poses which we've been doing. And yes, still stay in your comfortable range. Please make sure that I am doing these poses because I've been very regular at them for quite some time. Yeah, so my range shouldn't be your range. Your range has to be your range. Okay, so see what is comfortable for you today. Slowly and steadily, your body responds in a way which is more comfortable, and then go along. Okay, so enjoy every move, have a good time. All that is there. Yeah, but not too much of a pushing. And if you feel that some move is making you dizzy, you're not able to hold, please relax. Always remember, it's you against you. Okay, there's no race which is happening. You don't have to reach anywhere, because even if you reach anywhere, after that you realize, like, okay, now what's next? So that one point where you think that you'll reach and then you're gonna get a lot of happiness is actually not that. The journey. Start living, enjoying the journey, start feeling that every moment. And nothing better than an exercise, because it helps you create that connection between your mind, your body, and with the yoga. You have the element of spirituality as your mind, your body, your soul, just the way you breathe in, breathe out, you're able to create connection with all that. On the mat, we'll start with some warm-up. Okay. Let's start with the butterfly. You get your heels, your toes together, let them sit nice and tall, and start. Keep your spine straight. Make sure that your core is nicely engaged as you go about this. So simple poses, right? All the poses we're going to do today will be the most beginner and the basic ones. Now the weather is going to get a little better. So it would be great if you can actually spend some time outdoors and do these movements outdoors. Imagine sitting right on green grass, yeah, creating that connection with the Mother Earth, and you doing all this. When you walk barefoot, when you connect with the earth, you actually gain a lot of antioxidants and you release a lot of negative energy. There's a complete cycle of electrons which happens, and that's something which fills you up. And in fact, we are the only ones among the whole, biological clock or the race who have stopped that connection as humans, because we've started wearing shoes and socks and all that. Everything else is still moving barefoot. It's only us who started wearing socks and shoes and who like, oh, who's, broken that connection with the earth. Okay. So if you know this bare feet, when you move, all these pores actually let in a lot of energy and let out a lot of energy. Maybe so much flow which you are just stopping by not moving. Okay. Let's start with the simple Vakrasana spine twist. I want you to take a nice deep inhale, lift your one leg up, push it deep inside your chest, twist nice and tall. If possible, you're gonna look over the shoulder to the back. Now this hand could be here. This hand could be pressing in, or you can be just holding it up. Anything which feels more comfortable, and look over. As you exhale, keep pushing the thighs in, giving your entire core a nice deep workout. Create that connection with your internal organs. As you inhale and exhale. Back to the center. Lift, squeeze. Again, you're gonna hold this entire thigh in, stretch, and back. So you're gonna twist right from the center. Twist right from your tailbone center. And squeeze. Now, if this is doable, then you're gonna push it with the opposite hand in and hold. Back, center. Ardha Matsya. Again, we're gonna push this heel deeper. Same position, same pose, just sit nice and tall. Tucking the core in, lifting the chest up, shoulders rolled up. So just like the butterfly pose, you can also do this. You can also sit for a while, sitting on that heel, nice and tall, finding that balance. Simple. Ardha Matsyenasana, imagine how your spine is getting that length. So sit over the heel, find that balance straight. And you can sit for 5-10 minutes during the day. It's not only that energy circle, it's all about that how it clears up your pain flow, it increases the blood circulation, gets you so mindful in a matter of time. So there's some ways of sitting, some poses, how you're sitting, that helps you to align your thoughts. Imagine this is one of these poses. So whenever you have those 5-10 minutes during the day, do sit in the poses which anyways help you to align up. So sit, if this is not possible, heel up, just sit nice and tall like this. It's perfectly fine. Squeeze, lift, push the entire thigh in, twist, hold, look over. See how far you can see, pull it back, twist from the spine, squeeze, lengthen. Just lifting over your both the legs to the side, stretch. A nice deep inhale and lengthen. Squeeze and hold both the big toes. See how far you can roll up. Anyone who has a problem of spondylitis, never get your chin tucked. Never put pressure here, okay? So if you have a severe spondylitis or if you have a mild one, try not doing any forward bending poses. Only do the hip hinges. Create a hinge here and stretch. Lengthen here and stretch. Feel the stretch in your inner thighs, your calves, just lengthen. A nice deep inhale, stretch to the side. See how far you can lengthen. Inhale, center. Again, exhale, stretch to the center. Same we'll do. Forward fold. Everyone with the cervical pain, do not let yourself fully down, completely down. Take a nice deep inhale. Lengthen. As you exhale, you're gonna hold and stretch. Take the benefit of all the poses, but your way, the way you can do, and not the way it has to be done. Then lengthen your legs up. See how far you can. Do not break this connection. You can hold and then still lengthen. And you can still bring a lot of benefit of all the forward fold by hinging from the hips. Only this part is which you have to be careful of. Just keep talking to me like this. You don't have to fold forward. Just hold it like this. Stretch. With every exhale, lengthen it right from your lower lumbar spine without putting any pressure. Hold it here for the while. Everyone else can go forward. Everyone else can let go, lengthen. But only the people with the cervical issue, stay here, hold it. You can still feel that, surrender. You can still feel the full stretch in your lower lumbar spine, engaging your entire core muscles. A nice deep inhale, exhale. No kahas. Yeah, board pose. Again, a very effective core, engaging pose. You'll do it in your way. Bend your legs. You can dip the heels in the mat. See how far you can. This is the comfortable pose, perfectly fine. Hold it for a while. Get into the habit of engaging your core. It can be something just for 30 seconds and then increase to 1 minute and accordingly. A nice deep inhale. As you exhale, hold. So now I am exhaled and I'm holding. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to breathe. It actually means that as we exhale, we move the body. You would have seen that every time we come back, we are coming at the center, we automatically inhale. So with the exhale, we hold and squeeze the muscles. So again, there is a core engagement as you exhale. Exhale, and then you're going to squeeze. And that's how you're going to hold. If this is comfortable, you can lift your knees up. So again, this is a movement. We are breathing in and breathing out, but exhale and then come into the position. Let's hold for at least 30 seconds. Very nice. And I deep inhale. Exhale. So remember, you're not holding here on the power of your hands. Okay? Your hands can be as free as possible. It's all here in your core. So you can support your spine, you can support your lower lumbar spine, you can support your bridge of the neck, anything. And 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and relax out. Back to the mat. This time, we'll do simple poses on the mat, starting with the glute bridge pose. So your spine completely down to the mat, tucking each and every vertebrae, lengthening it on the mat, squeeze and lift up. If possible, you're gonna squeeze both your fingers, both your hands, and pull up. Here also, remember your chin has to be tucked to the chest, your eyes has to be to the legs, and your core is engaged, not pushed out, but engaged in. And hold. Hold it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly relax up and get back. Again, each and every vertebrae aligned to the mat. Another simple, beautiful pose is leg up. Stretch both the toes in. Nicely lengthen your legs out. Core engaged. Hold it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly bringing it low, tucking the core in. We did reverse crunches, a movement which actually increases the blood flow to your core by not rising up like a crunch, but pushing back. So we did two variations. One is simple, in which we are pulling the knee in and tapping out, pulling in and tapping out. Another one in which we actually lifted our legs up and over. Yeah. So anyone which you feel comfortable with. The idea is this has to be squeezed in. You're going to squeeze it in and then lift. So this is a movement which you have to understand. So let's do 10, 5 like this, and then 5 full. Squeezing the core in. Make sure that your core muscles are nicely tucked in. So here we go. This goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming down to the mat, taking a breather. Simple spine twist. A nice deep inhale. Your leg up to the other leg, eagle legs, or just keep them nice and tall. Squeeze and twist. Your hands open and slide by. So your face to one side, legs to the other side. A nice deep inhale. And exhale. Same to the other side. Squeeze, legs to one side and face to the other side. And back to the center. Pavan Muktasana, squeezing one knee in, stretching the other leg out, full deep stretch. Again, try to not rise up here. Just lengthen that spine and bring it all to a complete stretch. Each and every vertebrae on the mat. To the other side, inhale in, exhale out, stretch out. Both the knees in, toes pointed. Moving to the prone position, tucking the core in on the mat. Starting with the Bhujangasana. You have your both the hands around your chest, elbows tucked in, a nice deep inhale, up, lift, rise, squeeze, elbows not locked but unlocked. A nice deep stretch, look up. Exhale. Out. Child pose. Forehead down, relax down. Lengthen each and every vertebrae here. To the mat. And then slowly rise up as you inhale. On the fours, means your feet pointed out, your hands right under your shoulders, a nice deep inhale. Stretch right from your lower lumbar spine. And if possible, look up without putting any pressure to your cervical hill. A nice deep length up. Exhale. Inhale. Up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And back. A nice deep inhale and in. Exhale and up. Inhale and in. Exhale and up. Stretch. Lengthen. Lengthen. On the mat. Inhale. Bungee jump this time. Squeeze. Do that. As you exhale, Adho Mukha Shavasana. Heels down to the mat. Stretch right from your phone. Difficult, you can just do walking the dog. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Just lengthen that spine. Again, anybody feeling dizzy, do not close your eyes. Beautiful pose. Bring all that blood flow to your core, to your brain. Stretch it out nice and tall. Grab your nose in and keep lengthening right from your heels to the calves, to the core. And then with the knees falling in, stretch out again in the child pose. Rise up. We did Anulom Vilom just yesterday. Yeah, it's a deep breathing. And then we'll move on to Anulom Vilom. So, you are in the office and you're trying to find that balance. Just 4 to 5 deep breaths can get you so in line with your energy circles. Just keep your one hand to the belly. This way, it helps to create that connection of the breath. Okay, you just become a little more mindful about your inhales and exhales. Keep the other hand open, Gyan Mudra, whatever feels more comfortable. Let's just start with equalizing our breath. Inhale for the count of 5. And exhale. If the count of 5 is a little longer, you can also do 4, like 4 inhales and 4 exhales. Let's take another deep inhale. Long exhale, belly tucked in. Just feel that connection here with your breath. Again, a nice deep inhale. And exhale. One last time. Inhale. And exhale. Now let your breath be. No more counts. Just stay with your breath. How it is moving in and out. Slowly, let's do 1 or 2 rounds of Anulom Vilom. Right thumb to the right nostril. We'll not do it with holds. Just inhale, hold, exhale, no counts. Inhale. Close. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Now feel both the palms over to your eyes. Relax up, have a great day, happy Sunday, enjoy and have a fab weekend. I'll see you all tomorrow with another beautiful way to, relieve a lot of stress and gain a lot of strength. See you all tomorrow. Bye. Take care.
Thank you, Minal. Thank you so much. Thanks everyone for connecting. I'm sure you all are excited to start the intensive phase from tomorrow. So wish you all the best. Have a great Sunday. Thank you.